goal. That is a dream goal.
They found it. They finally found the goal they were looking for.
What a finish that is. Do not scratch your eyes. This is really happening.
Welcome in, fans of the American Premier Soccer League. We are in the middle of the 25-26 spring split, and as we inch closer and closer to the playoffs, every goal, every point matters. The home side today are APSL newcomers Medford Strikers SC in the black and red. The away side, Real Central New Jersey in the white. I'm Phil Boda, and today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Kits definitely looking fresh for both of these squads. Hopefully they can stay warm and dry, because there's certainly one broadcaster who's a little fearful of some thunderclouds, some rain clouds rolling in. The last time these teams met was back in November, which resulted in a 1-0 victory for Real Central New Jersey at home. Is now the time for Medford to get the revenge. They protect their home turf. With Philadelphia SC and Philadelphia Heritage hot on their heels, Real Central needs every point they can get if they want to stay in the playoff race. Remember, the top 4 make the playoffs. Medford, on the opposite end, are fighting for their very lives as they face relegation from the conference. 3 points, even just a point, would do them well. Stay out of that relegation zone. Both these teams going for a 4-2-3-1. Had a pleasure to talk to both the head coaches. Coach Ira for Real Central and Coach James for Medford. They're very confident in these formations, just easy to play, right? You got solidity in the solidified back line with the 2 center defensive mids. Good attacking numbers going forward. We'll see how they transition to that, as it's more of like a 3-4-3 as you move up into the attack. Looks like Medford Strikers will be on the ball first. I know Real Central, the big storyline for them today is the back line. They've had a number of adjustments going into this one. A few players ill, unable to make it, family obligations, things of that nature. So they had to make some adjustments, shuffle players around. So a few folks, quote unquote, out of position for them. They had the same story last week when they played the top leaders, the Westchester Predators, and that resulted in a 3-3 draw. So the back line held a bit, or at least enough for the offense to do their work. We get the game started here. We have referee Aziz as our center official today. And that'll be Dennis Rooney with the clearance, number 24. This player, he's like their Swiss Army knife. He can really do anything that they need. I've seen him over a number of seasons. Center defensive mid, outside back, center back, whatever they need him to be, he's got that defensive mindset. Good clearance there. They clear it up. Trying to get over to Matt Horner. Unable to do so. He'll be number 27 in the orange cleats for Real Central. Medford swinging it around, maintaining some possession. The goalkeeper encouraging them to relax. Medford, now they're finding their pockets of space forward. Shout for offsides, but on deaf ears. Surrounded by white jerseys. All done there from Pierre Leonardi. And even better worked. That will be number 9, Vojlic Ibrahim. Now Medford, or Real Central with a chance on the ball. Will it be one of the Philadelphia squads? Will it be Real Central? They knock the ball around, looking for a way forward. And that's number 12, Nick Brown. Just looking for some pockets of space, trying to spread Medford Strikers, but they're compact in the shape. The long ball over the top. Looking to pull it out of bounds. And up the line. And it'll stay in. A deft touch into round 2. He calls for some help. Tried to feed an on-running striker. That pass intercepted. This will be another chance. This time, Sean Miele, number 3. He's wearing the captain's armband today. A great player. He's got that kind of engine stat, if you will. Goes box to box. You'll see him hustling throughout this. Here's Sieben. Goes back to Brown. Harried. Now it'll be Medford's turn for a chance on goal. That was Alexis Ali, number 12, to toss it in. It's a cross cut out by Brown. Not out of the danger zone yet. Ali looking for the interception. Sieben flicks it out of bounds. We've got some courageous fans here up against the fence. They're right in the thick of the action, the splash zone, if you will. So an errant pass, an errant clearance. Got to have your head on your swivel. Good moments of patience and discipline from both of these squads. Normally we see a lot of high balls, clearances. Another on-runner. The flag stays down. Medford on the ball. Go central with it. Cross up one. They could have a shot here. Desperate clearance. That was deflected right at Vernovsky, number 0, the goalkeeper for Real Central. That was a great shot on there by Aston Galanis, number 10. He's the captain. He's got 12 goals on the season, so double digits, the only member who has that accolade, and they're going to need him today. Low cross, a lot of members rise. The ball to the back post, crashing through, and that will be a foul. On to Eric Karchipula. He was a last-minute addition into this as a few members couldn't make it. He was on the list for a sub, but getting the starting look today. Eric Goldberg as well, number 8, right in your picture now. He's also going to be on the bench. He's getting the starting nod from Coach Ira. Sieben. He flicks it onward. Corner now. A ton of space. Is Mutaf, number 8. We saw what wonderful skill he has here in tight quarters. He's looking for the run, but nobody was spotting in the head, not up from his teammates. That's number 2, Brian Lorenz. Ali Lorenz. Ali again. Slowly moving the ball forward in the nice pocket of space. They go. And that's Amir Khan, number 11. Still on the ball. Lorenz. He's looking for a cross all the way to the back post. Can he pick out a teammate? Chests it down to Galanis. Keeps the ball for his side. Fortunately, they can recycle. Tried to feed Khan once more. Sieben. Calls for time. He pushes it back to Brown. The left channel lads, Goldberg and Brandon Valari, frustrated. The ball didn't come their way. They felt like they had some green to work with. Now they have to do some defensive duties, and a ball given up by Medford. Sieben. Nice ball to Valari. He's got some green ahead of him. Goes for the early cross to the left boot. Bodvlik. He wasn't even wary that that ball was going to come through. Sieben trying to fight through traffic, and that ball will spill to the sideline once more. Valeri has a one-on-one situation with Lorenz. Could he go to the top of the box? Back to Brown. He drives forward. Sieben, he could have a quick turn. He does! Easy save, but the first shot on goal, we'll take that. We're hoping that this one is a fiery match. I'm here with, of course, producer, cameraman Isaac Jersey. He's capturing all the action, making sure our stream stays steady throughout it all, so we thank him for his service. Pierre Leonardi. See him sometimes also on defense, sometimes on the wing. Today playing on that rightward channel. Brown. I'm very curious about Medford strikers today. This is the first time I'll have the privilege of being on the sideline, viewing their games. I'll see what kind of standout players like Galanis, what do they bring to the table? Khan has been the one, he's the true out-and-out striker for their squad. Let's see what kind of shots he brings to bear. Goldberg to Brown. Sieben. Vajlik. He's getting tugged on the jersey. He's getting beaten up, but he's a sturdy lad. As Mutif just kind of clearing his lines. Amir Khan, though, picks the pocket. Amieli. Where's his friends? And that's a tough challenge. A hip check of epic proportions. And toss to the turf is Khan. As a striker, you'll take that. You get free real estate for your team. Wake up tomorrow morning with a hefty bruise in your quad, but it's a badge of honor for you. Lorenz. Alexis Ali. Dos Santos, number 14 there. Playing with his other center back. And that's number 5, Oliveira. Another errant pass for Medford. It always looks good, but as they work into the final third, creativity runs out. Valeri. To Goldberg. Goes through Alexis Ali, both physically and with the ball. And the foul will be called as tossed to the turf is number 12. Mutaf. Looking to facilitate the attack. And he passed the ball behind instead of ahead and given up in a dangerous position. Lorenz, though, the savior for Medford. Galanis pushes it wide. Lorenz, but fortunately Alexis Ali is there. Turn for Galanis. Finds Khan. Not where he wants to be, but looks for a cross in for Mutif. He's pushed off his line by Brown. Here's Goldberg. Larry. Miele. They're working this line here. Larry and Goldberg, they want to be on the ball. Horner, nice one too. Using his body well, Horner. Gets a little stamp though on his cleat. Gives up chase. Medford looks for that counter-tapping opportunity. That'll be cut out by Eric Karchipula. Miele. Puts the 1v1 on to Valari. He gets checked. He drew the foul intelligently, right? Pushed the ball beyond Alexis Ali. He went for the stab and then went to the ground. It will be the target. A lot of times Horner is the one that nods it into the back of the net. But Vajlik is a massive body in the mix. Valeri with the attempt. Goes all the way to the back post. Away is the call, but only up. Into the recycler it goes. Sieben tries to bring it down, but cannot. Lorenz. Oh, a nice cut in. Medford, once again, they go for these quick passes out. Galanis finds Mutaf. Mutaf in the 1v1 against Brown. Shimmies. Shakes. Cross. One time. Out of bounds. There's the creativity we were looking for. Keeping Real Central on their toes. Was it a cross? Was it a shot? An opportunity had. That'll be a shot on for Medford Strikers. They get one on the board. Miele. Sieben. Karchipula. To Rooney. Real, they're communicating. Maybe not enough. Brown just kind of gives it up. Mutaf doing his best to try to keep the ball in play. Barely gets beyond him. Valari can't get frustrated with his team just yet. Plenty of time in this one. Valari trying to will his center defensive mids forward up the pitch. Both of them very defensive-minded, but Sieben will oblige. Maybe he'll be the target of this pass from Brown. Will be Boslick. Good one-time flick here to Valeri. Advantage being played across in. Who will come to answer? Horner tries to bring down half volley. Deflected. All the pace taken out. Mutaf consistently seems to be the outlet. He looks cross. Amir Khan, he was waiting. He had his run locked and loaded. By the time the pass came, intercepted. In the goal for the Medford Strikers, also in gold, is number 1. That is Corrales. He's had one comfortable save, a few threatening crosses, but his defense has handled them well. Larry taking some tone with center official Aziz, saying, hey, that's another foul on me. Okay, that's 2. Alexis Ali does it again, make it 3. Probably put him in the book. Aziz probably pleading his case that, hey, there's an advantage there. You had an on-running pass from Goldberg. He had to cross in, an opportunity. Alexis Ali puts it in play. Khan. Ali. Too hot for Lorenz. Brown doing that one for Valari. Spouting some words for Ali, but his team quick to back him up. We've seen these games get a tad testy at times. Let's see if we can keep the lid on it. Valari a level head, or Ali a level head. Valari maybe not so much. Khan with a great turn. Goes around Sieben, uses some pace and some physicality. Where's an outlet? Finds it in Lorenz. Clips that one on, but the wind is behind it, and so is the offside flag. Doesn't matter as that one's fired in the back of the net. Haplessly, so all they can do is look to the AR. The wind has picked up significantly. Much to the players' dismay, much to my dismay, maybe Isaac's dismay as well. I'm sure the fans, they're huddled up, got their coffees, their hand warmers. They want their team, Medford, to win here at home. Rooney, all he can do is try to loft that one up. Pierre Leonardi. It's clattered into everybody falling to the ground. Counterattack, Mutaf. The ball searching for him, puts him a little wide. Brown, the opportunity to stand him up, he does. Pushes him around the curve to the upper 9, and that floats harmlessly out of bounds once again. But Mutaf consistently threatening from that right-hand side. Restarted here, Miele. Given plenty of space. How quickly Medford gets back in a tight block. Just allowing Khan up there to harry him, shuffle him around. But those center defensive mids kind of stick and put. Pierre Leonardi flicks that one up for somebody to claim, and it will be Medford. Nice back heel from Galanis. Wills Khan forward, but smartly done from Rooney to push it out of bounds for a throw. Galanis. swings it to Ali. Lorenz. Surveying the field. Ali, what can he find? White shirts. Lorenz, though, fortunate to get it back under his feet. The ball being juggled, ping-ponged around. Horner pushing it forward. Dos Santos with a long leg to reach around. Miele falls to the turf. I don't think there was anything in that. That was just a try to win a foul. Now catches the attention of Aziz. I don't know, we had a pretty good angle at it. I think it was just a good physical, maybe a little scrape down that fleshy part in between your cleat and your shin, but I think he's going to be all right. Horner lifts him up. He knows the weight of the armband. It's like, let me share the load for just a moment. This gives Miele an opportunity to talk to Aziz. We've taken one, we've taken two, we've taken three. But Medford has taken their licks as well. Rooney to Miele. Valeri, touch frustrated that he's not given balls in more opportune positions, and now he's got to track back, and that ball trying to catch Kornowski off his line. The wind carrying it once again. Eric Benarski is a goalkeeper. He's prepping for the USL 2 and for the league for clubs season that will happen in this summer. So getting some reps on Real Central today. Back in play we go. Brown. Miele. Valeri wants some more aggressiveness from his sixes, those center defensive mids. Not necessarily these lofted balls over the top, but that one fortunate to fall to Horner. Another reaching leg from Dos Santos snuffs the danger. Lorenz. That's a great head of steam. Flag does stay down. Can they track back in time? Yes, they can. Legs just thrown out with reckless abandon. And they do just enough to push Medford away for now, but still on the ball is the team in black. This is Pereira. Unable to control, and then immediate shouts for handball, and the foul is called. Seaman. To Rooney. Carchipula. To Pierre. Tracking the ball in the air. He's got two folks around him, using some of his strength, and to win the throw. He's pleading for a foul, like, come on, they were draped all over me. Carchipula to toss it in the dangerous area. And that's a corner. Was it out? Yes. The linesman says the whole of the ball across the whole of the line. It'll be a goal kick. As we've reached about the halfway point of this first half, we do have our Save of the Month competition, which is currently going on Instagram, so every like, every comment matters. The winner of the Save of the Month will get a glove bag sponsored by Salt Athletic, using their antimicrobial technology to keep those gloves smelling fresh. As a keeper myself, would love to see some fantastic saves. Mutaf. Well worked from Brown. The Cruyff tackle. Boglick trying with the flick, didn't get it. Medford with the ball once again. We'll be showing those saves of the month at halftime, folks, so make sure you stick around during that presentation so you can view all the highlight reels we've compiled for you. But if you're feeling antsy, you can always go to Instagram right now at Game in Frame. Check out some of those highlights for yourself. The ball somehow stays in, somehow stays with Medford. Try to sneak it through to Mutaf. Valeri. Swift pass to Goldberg. These two now have their opportunity. Can they make it one that pays dividends? Horner gently brings it down, but not gently enough. Miele. Karchipula. Here's Brown. Slowing things down is Miele. He's trying to be patient, waiting for Medford to step out of this block, but they won't. They're staying disciplined. That's fantastic work. Waiting for their counterattacking opportunity. Pierre lofts that one up. Foglick contests, but DeSantos is first to meet it. Hoofed forward, Brown. Beautifully done. Seaman turned around once again. Rooney now. He gets tackled, and that one's picked off in the back line. Khan racing forward. He's got a few people with him. Galanis has to be stopped up by Seaman. Turns him around for now. Some trickery from the star Medford man. But he gets pushed down from the back. A foul will be called. Or is it offsides? Looks like it will be offsides as the hand is raised. Fortunate for Real. They were caught resting on their laurels, so to speak. Valeri, number 29 here for the defense of Real. Trying to encourage people to play aggressive. What can he do as he clatters into Ali? Mutaf. Into the center of the pitch goes Lorenz. Galanis pushed off his line. The ball pushed past Khan, but it does go back to him. Lorenz looking to facilitate the attack. Only gives it away. Horner. Foglick. Looks for Goldberg. Finds him. Ali swift to meet him. Releases Horner, however. Dos Santos puts everything into that. Oof. I feel like that could have gone either way, but we'll chalk that up to some physical play. Galanis. Now it's just close your eyes and hope something good happens for Dos Santos. Khan keeping his eyes on the goal. Goes for a shot. Can't get through traffic. Mutaf. Galanis. The wind, I was about to say, is against him. It'll be a field goal, but not the sport we're playing. Be out for goal kick. Goldberg. Goldberg, he said, with my opportunity, I want the ball as much as possible. Feed me if you can. Seaman. Looks for Valeri. Back to Brown. Most of the possession for Real Central New Jersey. And that's what they're looking for, but it's these mistakes that Medford wants to capitalize. Brown delayed the slide with the dangling leg, gets the ball. Frustrated with his team is he, but Miele. So we got no time for that. Let's be on the attack. Lodgelick. Oh, nice nutmeg. He's still driving forward. Oh, teed up. Oh, but DeSantos is there once again. Horner steps two. Another clearance for Medford. And now this falls to the feet of number 19. And that'll be Aiden Schmidt. That's the first time we've called his name this half. It's already a bit of controversy with him on the ball. A quick restart for Medford. Harmlessly out of bounds it goes. Aiden Schmidt has kind of been lost in the mix in the midfield. I believe he's playing sort of a center attacking role, almost like a number 10, but that's kind of where Galanis is. So interesting to see. Pierre has switched onto this side of the pitch. I want to see what he can do. In warm-ups, had some clever touches in those one-touch drills. See how he works in tight spaces. Searching for a way through this dense wall of black jerseys. Seaman maybe finds a clear view from the top, but the ball maybe petered out in energy, knocked off his line by the defense. Pereira. Utaf. He's going against Valeri. The wind, everything out of that. Khan thought he had more time, able to keep the ball for now. I believe that was Schmidt. Now it's going the other way. Here's Goldberg, who's made a traveling transition to the other side of the pitch. Karchipulya. Switching the pace of play. Miele. Valeri cutting it inside. Nice trickery to get by. Roglic thought he had that one served up on a silver platter, but the pole denies it. Khan somehow comes up with it again. Streaming forward as he gets Mutaf in a great position. That ball to Galanis, maybe a little too high, pushes him far wide. Mutaf has a chance from range. He goes for goal. That one caught up in the legs of Miele. Back to the keeper it goes. Plenty of space here for Valeri to work. Pierre. Pierre Leonardi kind of caught two minds there. Fortunately, goes out of bounds for him. A call for drop from his teammates. And Valeri, he's got strength. We've seen that already. Will he go for a long throw? No. Oh, a little chip around, but can't get by two. Alexis Ali on the transition. Mutaf once again. And offsides is Galanis. We have some other action from around the APSL Delaware River Conference. On April 24th, we have Philadelphia SC versus Real Central New Jersey at 7 p.m. And as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, so many implications in terms of that playoff race for those two squads. That is one you need to mark on your calendar, highlight in red, get a notification on your phone, whatever you can do to make sure you don't miss it. And that's a double-handed push in the back from Valeri. He'll give up possession. Schmidt gets up quick. Oliviera. He's looking for a friend. Slots it through to Khan. He gets pushed back. Pereira. To Ali. Dos Santos. A fearless defender. Liked what I've seen from him. Maybe a tad reckless. But he'll go in, doesn't matter. As long as the ball gets out of the back of the net, that's all he cares about. Lorenz. Clips it forward. Seaman. Now the turnover. Can he transition it? There's a tug on the back of the jersey. The free kick given up. Medford. Schmidt knew his run was forfeit. That was number 5, Juan Oliviera. was quite up there looking for the pass. Seaman looking for the on-running Horner. Ooh, a dangling leg from Oliviera. Saving that attack. To the top of the box. The away is called, and Ali obliges. Now, folks, you may be catching us on Game and Frame on our website. We're also streaming on YouTube. Feel free to check us out there. Check us out on Instagram as well. Keep up with all the grassroots soccer scene. Remember, Game and Frame is your leader for grassroots soccer in the Northeast. Whether you're in Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York, this is where you want to be. Where these teams want to be is ahead in the scoreline right now. Still knotted up 0-0. Not too many threatening shots. We had that one that pinged off the post. That's about it. Valeri looking to change that. That's an in-swinging ball, but no runners to get onto it. And that'll be Corrales to claim. Lorenz, the recipient of the pass. Kahn. Galanis with the turn. Can he get by Rooney? Those two in a battle. Another tug on the jersey. Galanis was trying to feed Schmidt. A ton of white jerseys there. Pereira. Head up. Feed Schmidt. That was a cheeky ball. But move top. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Almost an own goal. It's a pass back to the keeper. Leonardi. Boglic. He wants to go back to Pierre Leonardi. Maybe he'll take it himself. He takes on all comers. Goldberg with an opportunity. Goes for the cross low. And a shot for Horner! Clatters off a couple. And all the pace taken out of it for Corrales. Ali. To Schmidt. That was a beautiful ball to Galanis. He turns around Rooney. He could have the shot on, but pushed away by Brown. And that's a fine tackle, a fine challenge. Even Aziz agrees, waving Galanis up. But the threat is always there. This is the counter-attacking opportunities Medford is looking for. These off-shoulder runs have been quite sneaky for the team in black. Maybe using those jerseys for some camouflage. Goldberg. Miele. Seaman. Cartipulia. It's fine to play patient as long as you're steadily creeping space. Miele into the jaws of the defense. Gets turned around. Benarski. Laurie asking for some pace in the passes. Some pros to being this close to the turf. Normally, Isaac, you and I were in the stands far away from the action, but this time we're really pitch side. Can hear everything the players are saying. Sieben crosses up a defender, gets crossed up himself, but a nice one for Voldrick. The angle and the door is shut. That was the best opportunity of the half for either side. That one squandered. He knows it. Sieben, even though he got upended, saw his name is in lights for the assist. We started again. Schmidt all over the pitch, and now on the pitch as Rooney pushes him down. Lorenz to receive. That's a fine shoulder challenge from Horner, using his physicality and size. Seaman to pluck it away. Lorenz once more. Feisty on the ball is he. Galanis willing to track back. Pereira now. Ball slotted through, and another offside flag is raised. That's 3 or 4 now for the home side. That's good. That means they're pushing the ball forward. They're trying to get into the attack. Just the runs, just not held. Some more discipline from them. It's a tale of two tactics, right? Medford counterattacks. And then Real Central with some patience and discipline, but need to move the ball quicker to get through this block. Sieben. Transitions with Goldberg and now Rooney on it. Ooh, that was almost a dangerous pass from Goldberg. The Schmidt was on the prowl. Now Horner, once again, using his side. Looks to go around Oliviera. Will be deflected for our first corner of the match. As we mentioned the last time these teams clashed, it was a 1-0 victory for Real Central. From what we've seen, more of the same, just because of those stylistic differences. Yes, they're running the same formation, but the mentality of how you utilize your numbers is a bit different. Aziz maybe spotting some things in the box he doesn't like, holding up play for just a moment. Notices Goldberg is wearing a gold chain. I noticed that as well. It's a detriment to everybody, especially on a set piece. Could get caught up in somebody's finger and then get yoinked to the ground. It could be quite painful, maybe even damage your jewelry at that. And Goldberg allowed to play again. Will be Valari for the corner. Swings it in, but swings it low. Popped up by Lorenz. Oh, an acrobatic attempt from Horner, but didn't catch it totally clean. The flag is waved, however, for a potential handball. The officials will need to chat about it. Let's see, could this be a turning point in the match? A lot of opinions about handballs in the box. If it's popped up and hits your hand by mistake, is that really a handball? I don't know. Look, your hands are attached to your body. There's not much more you can do about it. I don't like that where you have to defend with your hands behind your back. It keeps you off balance. It's dangerous for the players. But doesn't matter what I have to think. It's all about Aziz, and he will call a penalty kick. Yelly, the weight of the captain armband weighing him down, but will be lifted with a goal. Corrales hopping, skipping, the shot, the save, oh, but not quite. Deflects under Corrales for a goal, and it's Miele who opens it up. It's now 1-0 for the side in white. A fortunate break for them, but they'll capitalize. Now it's about Medford. How do they bounce back from this? Their strategy was working, right? It's okay when it's 1-0 and you play for a counter attack. But now if Real Central decides to sit back and play in a block, what is your attacking options? What do they look like? Lorenz, another ball up. The flag does stay down. Schmidt to receive. Galanis finds him. The lagging Ali. Pereira, pings off him. Khan. I've liked what I've seen from this player thus far. They need to feed him the ball more. Pereira. Around Horner. Pereira has an opportunity for a shot. Valari confused whether his keeper would come out. Those two haven't played maybe too much together. Lenarski has been coming from other teams, especially in the USL 2, just trying to get more reps. And that communication has to be clean, otherwise they might give up an unfortunate goal. A few minutes before the halftime. Can Medford level us here? The wind whips. Will pack the flight of the ball? Not on this occasion. Dos Santos thought that was maybe potentially another handball, but Voglick pressures him enough to cough up the turnover. Voglick. Nice from Valari. Voglick again. Dos Santos to intervene. Voglick, his side. His size definitely an advantage against the smaller Ali. Another throw in. Real Central just okay with kind of ticking out the clock for the first half. They've got their goal. They can go into the locker room pleased and then find a strategy to close out the match. Maybe they're looking for Miele, the goal scorer, the captain. Carchipuya. He gets it back with a good head of steam. Nice turnaround. Not nice enough. Miele can't turn in space. Counter-attacking opportunity for Medford. Holding the line steady is Rooney. Can they feed him the ball? No. Sieben will receive the first yellow of the match. I think there was a kind of a pullback on the jersey as the counterattack was on, and if there's a goal-scoring opportunity, maybe not so much, but a tactical foul will usually receive a yellow card. We'll chalk it up to that. The line is held well for the away side in white. Ball not pressuring him this time, knocking it back around as Medford. They'll do well with some possession. Lorenz looking for Ali, but intervening is Valari. Dos Santos, his body on the line once more, but I'm looking at Voglick. Ooh, an outstretching effort. A golden streak in the night is number one. Voglick, a lot of power in those boots, a lot of power on these 1v1s. Just need some accuracy, and this guy is not one to be trifled with. Goal kick. As the remaining seconds dwindle down in this first half. You know, the players are looking to get warm, the fans, myself and Isaac for sure. As the temperatures have dropped significantly as the lights have turned on. Maybe they're rising here with the on-running ball. Uh-oh. Got to shuffle it back to the keeper. Once again, some miscommunication. Whoa! Could have been disastrous for Carchipuya. We are over the allotted 45 minutes. Let's see how much time Aziz gives these players. The whistle in his mouth, so it may not be much. There we go, folks. Our first half has concluded. It will be Medford 0, Real Central New Jersey 1 as we head into the half. Remember, stick around for our halftime presentation where we'll be showing you our goals of the month for March, or the saves of the month for March, sorry, and then you can go vote on Instagram. Make sure you comment, like, everything you need to do to propel your winner to that Salt Athletic glove bag. Folks, we'll see you in 15.
It was center midfielder. The shot is an immaculate save by Nikčević. Unbelievable athleticism.
On his left foot, gets it back to his right, lays it off. Here's the hit, blocked in front. Second time passing, Goransky makes 2 saves on the bounce. I think one came off his head. A third save from Goransky. The fourth is offside. The fourth is offside. Goransky, my goodness. What a run of play from the VE goalkeeper. That was incredible. Whips it in towards Teodorescu. Looks like he might come off a hand. Comes to Teodorescu again. Sublime save by Dimopoulos. That was creeping its way into the near post, and Dimopoulos with an acrobatic save.
Before once again lifting it up for Turnbull. It lands for Chetty. Almost found the back of the net. Right above the crossbar it went.
Wide open player, possible shot incoming, does get a shot, and a great save from Louis from Westtown again. Corner kick has been awarded, but a brilliant shot and a great save again from the Westtown goalkeeper.
Number finding Pradera. The West, who puts it on target, but a massive save onto the bar. A heroic save.
Cross Lorenz cross. Ooh! What a save!
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate your patience. Dealing with some difficulties, and so too our Medford. They're now in a dangerous spot with a free kick in a prime position. Miele standing over it. I believe a player went in the book for Medford as well. That's one to keep an eye on. Got a couple substitutes, so we'll call them out as we see them. I believe Pierre Bosquet, number 2, has made an entrance for Real Central. He's in on defense. If we see other folks, I'll let you know. But for now, we're eyeing up the free kick. Valeri, the one standing over it. Miele posturing as well. Valeri, though, steps back. Miele fires into the back of the net. It's a goal! Miele! Wow. He had time to think about it. Had laser focus into the upper 9, and there was nothing Corrales could do. And that's surely going to be maybe a contender for goal of the month when we do that in April, because there was no save to be had. Miele with a brace. That's exactly how Real Central wanted to start this second half. Now, once again, a test for the Medford Striker boys. Wawen's Zidor is now in, number 23 for Real Central. So is the 2 substitutes. Valeri steps. It's a fine challenge from him. You know how physical he wants to be on the pitch. I don't see Giuseppe Pierliardi on the field. Looks like he was subbed off during the half to make way for Wawens. Looking for any personnel switches for Medford. It looks like they're staying with their same 11. Doesn't mean switches won't be incoming as we move further into this half. So far they're keeping their same shape, the 4-2-3-1. Long ball to handle. Corrales can't handle that. Actually, sent back all the way to Winorovsky. Here's Brown. Bosquet, maybe mishandled. Giving up. Pierre Bosquet, though, with fresh legs and a lot of pace behind him as well. Miele. To Brown. Medford Strikers, I'm seeing Todd Salmon, number 13, is in. He'll be the one chasing off the ball here. Medford looking to escape their defensive third. Ali. Dos Santos. He's harried. To Ali again. Wawens. Sieben. He's on a yellow card. Has to be careful. Some of those defensive opportunities. Horner gets stopped up, but the ball sticks with him. It's like Velcro on a shoe, but eventually wiggle free. Not out of the woods yet, though. The home side. Lorenz in some space. Lorenz on running. Wills Schmidt to the corner. The ball and the field runs out of space. Do we have a substitution here for Medford? Yes. That will be Mutaf. His shift is done. And when we see the new member, their number, we'll let you know. Lorenz, he's called to the other side of the field. Maybe a tactical switch, or maybe a like-for-like trade. Play is restarted with Busquet. Goldberg, he's calling for it on this opposite side, or this side nearest to us. He's got plenty of pitch to work with. Busquet as well. Rooney, well worked. Busquet puts his head down. A lingering challenge from Schmidt. Does enough to get the ball back for his side. Galanis, remember this is a 12-goal man. He slips that ball through. How much pace does Lorenz have? Not enough to get in front of Brown. Volkanovski will send it clear. Valeri. Nice movement. Wienerowski. To Brown. This is similar to what we saw in the first half. It's okay to be on the ball for Real Central, especially with the 2-0 lead. They want to take the pace out of the game. They know that Medford wants to play his counterattacking opportunities, and if they don't ever get pushed in, then there's no chance to counterattack. But Busquets, always the aggressor, slips that one on to Goldberg. He has first shots. Looks for the far post, and this will be wide. Corrales gets this restarted to Santos. That'll be number 7. That's Cedric Kona. Was that substitute early on in this first half. The ball given over. Warner from range. Only as far as Pereira. Busquet to Wienerowski. He just launches that one. Pereira to deal with it. Warner to win it back. Rooney. To Brown. Seaman. Thought about going forward. Goes to Busquets instead. It's okay to move that ball around the back, as we talked about. Just spread out this Medford block. See, as Schmidt has now have to chase after it. There's some more space to work with. But Schmidt and Salmon working together, but not enough to get the ball back. Seaman comfortable on the ball, pushes it to Miele. Warner lays it off to him. Oh, I thought he was going to go for maybe the hat trick, but it will be Zador. He's fighting for it in the corner. Against all odds, goes by 2, but not to Santos with another powerful tackle. That guy is scary. I wouldn't want to go up against him. That guy is scary. Ali. Warner doing well to track back. Can't get through 3 shirts, however, 2, fine. Counterattack could be on here. They have to move the ball quickly. Galanis to Salmon. Schmidt trying an overlapping run. Galanis saves it for Kona. Back to Salmon. Goes out for an early cross. Galanis in a pocket of space. Out all the way. Now cross from distance, and that one, nothing on it. Seemed like that was good for Medford, but they ran out of options, ran out of ideas. Zador using his physicality, half-hearted pleas for a penalty, but nothing given. Rooney thought about launching it. Instead, turned it over. Kona to Salmon. Good ball movement, Pereira. Khan. To Galanis. Lorenz. Finding some space off that switch with Kona from the substitution, but needs some attacking prowess from him. Miele, standing tall, wins the ball back, tries to feed Voglik, and it will get there. Zidor. He had 2 goals against Westchester Predators last week. He wants to get on the score sheet today. He's got 1/2 to do it. Rooney, strength in the defense. Goldberg wiggles through 2. Voglik goes for Rooney. He has some pace behind those legs. Usually not what he's known for, but a cross in. Zidorf wound up for it. Medford with another counterattacking opportunity. Will this one be successful? No, Seaven to stop it immediately. Pereira, Galanis. Schmidt was calling for it, didn't receive. Kahn was on the opposite shoulder from him. And Brown will get there first. And that will be a foul on Ali as he was draped all over Zidor. Maybe even twisted his back a bit. Zidor definitely has some colorful socks in this. And if you want some colorful apparel, then you better go to Umbro, because they are the official sponsors of Game and Frame. So you can head over to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free. Remember, it's produced by Umbro and designed and worn by you. Sure, if we let Zidorf know that, he'll probably get some socks or maybe a new jersey, but he's definitely a standout with that combination there for sure, and you want to be a standout with your apparel from Umbro. Comfortable is the lead here for Real Central, showing why they are at the 4th spot in the table. Almost a costly giveaway by Seaman. De Santos fighting once more. He's got to step up and try to win the ball back. There'll be Oliveira to do just that. Lorenz pops it up for Schmidt. Taps it around Bosquet. Schmidt now with some options. Goes for the cross to the box. Nobody home. Kona. Kick the turf more than he kicked the ball. Wienerowski able to get there before it goes out of bounds and waste some clock. Miele with time and space. He can feed Bosquet, who's on running. Goldberg. Ball couldn't reach him. Now Schmidt. Goldberg with a timely challenge. And it will be a trio of substitutes by Ira of Real Central. Now let's see whose day is done. Voglik, his number called. Goldberg, him as well. Nasibin. Didn't expect that one, but the center defensive mid will take a seat on the bench. As soon as we get those numbers, we'll let you know. That is number 10 who's entered the pitch. That's Yunez Hamahu. That's number 7. That's Filippo Diana. He's got 1 goal on the season. And number 17, Ruby DeRival. Bosquet to Zidor. Went through both legs. Kona, an attempted challenge. Push it out for a throw. Miele. The first touch from Mahamu was good. Rooney has plenty of work to do in this half. He's getting clearance after clearance. Horner now. He's been in center attacking mid, but I think he'll be the striker now with all the formation changes. Or personnel changes, rather. Kona to Salmon. Pereira under some heat. Kona, he had some space to turn, but elected for the pass. Almost gave it away. Fortunate to go back to Kona. Oliviera. Galanis. Pereira. Pereira once more. Alexis Ali. Oh, Filippo Dianda. He's kind of taking some, getting all right into the game rather. Feeling the temperature and obliging to it. Salmon though, looking to serve up a tasty cross in. Kinda could have a turn opportunity. Lay it off, but too far for Schmidt. Well, we've seen a ton of personnel changes for Real Central New Jersey. Pretty much using every substitute they have by my accounts. Only Rob Bednar is the only one remaining. However, Medford have not gone to the bench just yet. It's only maybe one or two folks available for them. They've been warming up by the corner flag. They have to stay warm on this now blistery evening in New Jersey. Diana. Pereira. Oliviera. Salmon here on the edge, and he'll get it. Pereira, that was a tough ball for him to handle. Oliviera. Kinda. Pereira does get clipped. It was a late challenge there for sure by Hamamu. The captains. Well, Horner has been captain once or twice. Former captain, we'll call it. They were battling there. Dos Santos steps over one challenge. Ali had to work in a tight space. Gets the throw. Lorenz. That will bounce off of Ruby. The rival for a corner for Medford. I believe this is their first of the match. I want to see what kind of set pieces they have to offer. Will Dos Santos make his way into the box? It looks like it. I mean, he's one of the tallest members on the pitch for either side. He's all the way into the back post, almost sneaking there, but Rooney spots him. Cross low, into the mixer. Very close. Schmidt, swing and a miss. Filippo Dianda holds his hand up, saying no foul from me, and Brown, or Miele rather, will clear the lines. Here's Horner. You say, take it yourself. His angle is a little wide. Enough. Does the defense. Oliviera snuffs out the danger. We'd like to see Horner do better there. We know he can do better there. Herrera. Galanis. Khan. Pereira with the long ball. Got the right side of Busquets with the wrong side of Lorenz, who is now on this left side of the pitch. It's like a mystery man. They keep switching him around. You never know where he's going to pop up. Looks like he'll be back on the right side of the pitch now. Brown content to play it patiently. Miele. Winorovsky. To Rooney. Valeri tries to curve that. Almost found the feet of Zidor. Valeri looks like has gone to almost a center defensive mid position. Horner, great trap. Tries to curve it to Zidor. Salmon does just enough. And it'll go out of bounds. Squat to Rooney. This is a chance for Medford to maybe pluck the ball away. They've done it before. The shape from Real Central is good. Brown. Miele with a great turn in the center circle. Lays it off for the substitute. He's trying to direct traffic here. Goes to Zidor. Can't get around Salmon, but Busquets in support. We'll give it back to him. No, can't give up a foul here, but that's some fancy footwork as Zidor. The cross! And that pings off the inside of the post, but nothing in. Horner, another opportunity! And it's a goal! Horner of the ping pong in the box. He secures it. Makes it 3-0 for the away side. Fortunate for it to bounce off the inside of the post once. But Corrales was scrambling on his line to try to get it away. He could not. Horner, clinical in that 6-yard box, finishes the job. 3 now. The floodgates truly open for Medford. Miele encouraging his team to continue playing. Still a lot left in this. Can't relax for an instant. Let's see if we can get even more goals, because you never know in that 4th place spot. Goal differential could be what gets you in. Filippo Dianda, a reckless challenge. He says, with limited minutes, I'm going to do everything I can to make my mark on this match. Kona. Wonderful balance from him. Pereira to Salmon. Not enough pace to get to Schmidt. Valeri. Hamamu. Finds Horner. You know he's got some momentum. Hamamu. Is a foul called on Dos Santos? No. That one cleared by Aziz quickly. Galanis against Valeri. The outlet Lorenz. Inside again. Kona. This is good ball movement. I thought he was going for the pass. Faked me out for sure. Schmidt. It's Kona. Schmidt again. Okay. So it'd get some olays from the crowd if we were in Europe for sure. Kona. A couple people on him, and it's Hamamu. Almost seemed like it was a push on him, but guess not. Hamamu again. Back heels to, okay, Valeri. We'll say, oh, I guess I'll do something about it. He gets up undid in the center circle. That will be laid off for Schmidt. And then he just tackles just because. Maybe he could get the ball. Does that stay in? No. Who's getting a yellow card? It will be Valeri. And the home crowd pleased with that, as he has been yapping for most of this game. Hot-headed is he. Can be beneficial to spur your team forward in difficult moments, keep them accountable, but detrimental if it nets you a yellow card. Miele is the only one who can be talking to the ref. That is the letter of the law. Too many times players crowd the ref. Doesn't matter what level, what tier you're at. You don't do it. I've been a ref for many years myself. It's annoying. Miele has been patient, but refereeing has been fine, fair so far. It's okay to let some things go as long as the safety of the players is in mind. We do have the substitute flag being raised. Let's see how Aziz handles that. Looks like he does see it. All right, now the substitutes released from the midfield line. The trio will enter, and that's the only trio Medford has. Ali, Lorenz, and Khan will be exiting the match. Each of them have had their names called a number of times throughout this one. They all looked very good individually. It's about working together. That means the most. Once I see the numbers, I'll let you know. Number 3, Ethan Rosado, has entered on defense and moved Salmon into the center defensive mid role. I think that's Trinidad Romero will be number 3, or number 15 rather, excuse me. He'll be on that opposite side. Looks like we've got another member on defense, and that'll be number 4. And that is Skylar Zuge. Real Central, though, keep the possession for themselves. Let's see if maybe with these fresh legs, they can kind of pick the pockets. And instead, they'll pick up a foul in the center circle. Get this restarted once again. Valeri. Rosado using his height. And his first touch on the ball is a clearance. Bosquet finds Valeri. Pings it to Diana. Miele. The rival. In tight quarters. Now is Real Central. Valeri. Steadily finding the pockets of space they need. And they don't have to go forward. There's no reason to give up possession, but okay, Brown wants to look for somebody, finds the head of Horner. Bosquet fighting forward against Schmidt. Those two tangled up. Busquets had both hands on the chest of Schmidt. The foul will be called. Do we have a substitute for Real Central? As we reach the 75th minute mark, about 15 minutes or so left to play. And while we're waiting for the substitute in, we definitely have more action on Game and Frame. As a reminder, you can find us on YouTube, you can find us on the Game and Frame website, but most importantly, we need to find you on April 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the APSL matchup between Philadelphia SC and Real Central New Jersey, which has tons of playoffs implications. All the teams kind of vying for that 4th place position as the season begins to wrap up. We will have a substitute for Real Central, but we will have a giveaway. Not enough power on that shot from Hamamu. Will be Rob Bednar, final substitute from Ira's side, make his way onto the pitch. Rosado. Galanis. He gets pushed in the back. Will he call advantage? The possession is maintained. We'll have to remember that foul for later. Kona. He's done well with limited space. Trinidad Romero goes for the shots. Soft hands from the USL2 goalkeeper. You like to see the substitutes quickly getting into the action. The lights of Trinidad Romero. Rosado on the ball with some gusto. The rival. Zidor. He's been moving all over the pitch. And Aziz doing the rightful thing, booking for Bosquet. It's persistent fouling from Bosquet. I mean, he fouled in the box over there on Schmidt, fouled again in the center circle, and definitely fouled early on in this contest. So it's just keeping the lid on things, keeping folks under wraps. You will get penalized for multiple transgressions. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Duraival. Amadou. Polari. Villari, you feel like he feels better in center defensive mid because he can get on the ball a speck more and drive forward if he wants to. Diana. They'll get pushed to the turf. I mean, Miele did say, don't lose this game. Keep a lid on it. Okay, Aziz, hearing the advice, he's calling everything, and that's fine. As long as you're consistent. Shot from range, not much doing there. Kona could be in a dangerous position. Diana has a ton of leg, great length and stride. Given away, but taken back. Such as the ebb and flow of soccer, of course. Salmon. Galanis. Galanis gets it back. A moment of magic from him is desperately needed and almost found. Miele fights through a challenge. Keeps the ball. Mahamu. Bednar. He wants the ball at his feet. Larry goes inside. Hamamu with it. Duraival with plenty of space. Just a speck of keep away for the away side. Up 3 goals. Once again, no need to go forward. Simple from Ira, but simple is not what Hamamu does. But he gets it back. Could have a chance for goal. Goes on to Santos. He's running right at it. Deflected by Liviara. Timely interception. Bednar. Will he line up for the corner? Looks like he'll be the set piece taker in this. Normally, Miele or Valeri will be over it. Bednar, he swings, it's low. Diana! Oh my gosh, that was perfect. The near post run, the flick on, using the height. Just not enough power, so the defense was able to get to it. Dos Santos, a split challenge, upends Zidor. I think as referee Aziz will go back to that one. I mean, that was could have been injury inducing for sure. Time dwindling, the hopes fleeting for the strikers. This may open the door for some of the teams around them, like GAK, save themselves from relegation. Lighthouse in that mix as well. None of those teams want to be out of the Delaware River Conference. 9 more minutes and some change remaining here. Salmon. Rosado. Kona. Been a great facilitator. Quick foul, quick restart. Thought it was a tackle that went awry, but then it was a handball that was called as Kona was pleading his case. But still we move forward. Turn it out to Romero. Dos Santos. Switches the field. Rosado. Miele is putting quite the shift, but all the while keeping a level head. That was a good reflexes from him. I don't think it was intended with pace from Schmidt, but lesser men would have made that an incident. Brown. He's had some lofted balls. Bosquet. Neatly handled. Miele. Take some time off the clock. Brown. They're fine. We're just pulling apart this Medford squad, making them chase the ball. How much gas do they have left as they near the end of this 90 minutes? Zidor. It's a great challenge, though, from Salmon to cut out the attack. Kona gets it back. I've loved everything that Kona's done this game, working in really difficult spaces in that midfield. Feigned cross, but now the true one comes through. Schmidt knocks it down quick, like a shot. Zvi Nordovsky has used his length to perfection to keep a clean sheet. You like what Schmidt, some of the aggression he had towards that, attacking the cross, not just letting it hit him. And now he's attacking the ball, looking to win it back. Wienerowski to Brown. Bednar. His first touch to Bosquet. He's trying to use his speed. Rosado, though, had the positioning and also the strength, but not the balance. Bednar. Miele. Zidor. A great turn. But there's a ton of black shirts ahead of him. He tried to find the one lone beacon in the night. Couldn't do it. Zidor now. A tackle on Kana. Not called again. Valari. Switches to Bednar. And he'll keep it. Coach Ira pleading for them to just go back again. That's fine. It's a possession game at this point. Don't lean into the counter-attacking style that Medford wants. Maintain possession to diffuse their game plan. Corrales encouraging his team to keep working, keep chasing the ball. I know it seems a daunting task, but you have to do it. Even a spark can turn into a blazing fire. Will you be that for your team? Valeri. He's surveying the field. Bednar crashes into Pereira. Schmidt. Can't go forward. Schmidt. Touch. Frustrated. Olivier now. Threads it to Salmon. Kona. Galanis. Slips that one through. Schmidt. He's on, and he's in! Aiden Schmidt! He was searching for one, and he found it. A lifeline potentially extended there. Galanis, I was looking for that miracle moment, and there it was. A slip ball through. Schmidt on running, just taps it right beyond Wienerowski. Not much time, though, remaining in this. About 6 minutes or so. Paperwork situated. We'll restart again. That gives Medford some hope that the counterattack does work. And they know they can execute it. Hamamu. Diana fighting off challengers. Miele leading his team to potential victory. Zidor had some trickery in those legs. He tosses the rabbit out of the hat. Dos Santos there to clean up anything. Diana. Cut out by Oliveira. Can he clear his lines in totality? Busquets harrying him. Schmidt tried to let go. Didn't work. Hamamu. Valeri. Busquets. Needs an outlet. Finds it in Bednar. Valeri once more. Possession. The name of the game for the away side. Medford. Okay, if they chase the ball back, you know they can be clinical in the final third. Can't be hasty if you're a real central. Busquets hawks it right off of Oliveira and out of bounds. The throw in. The captain with the brace. Rooney. All the way back to the man in yellow. Here's Brown. Larry to Rooney. Bednar is looking for an opportunity to move forward. Hamamu. To rival. Zidor in a 1v1. Crossover, cross in, into the area. It's a dangerous moment. And the danger closed. Miele shouting for his team to drop. Cannot give up another goal. Uh-oh. The goal kick. Not great. Oh, that one could be a save of a month. Corrales hand apologetically, as he knew he started that counter opportunity. "30 seconds in regular time. Corner sized up. A little low this time. The flick from Diana, not good. Busquets, potential for another foul. When he gets in these sticky situations, he uses his physicality. Hamamu wins it back. Diana to Valeri. Oh, I thought he was charging up for a ranged effort. Bednar. Diana was calling for it, but Miele, the smarter play. Larry. Busquets and Schmidt. And a little bit of a scuffle. Kona. He was looking for Schmidt, who was on running. Busquets is not there to defend. Miele is. Larry has space to work. Hamamu. Diana with a great heel flick unleashes Busquets. He slides it for an on-running Zidor! Fires it home! And that's 4-1 now for the away side. Real Central showing their own attacking opportunities here. Still some words being exchanged between Busquets and Schmidt. Miele applauding the effort. Zidor, that's 3 goals in 2 games. That is a wonderful form to be in for your winger. I know Coach Ira is pleased with that. It's been an electric second half. Three goals. Can't get any better than that. Galanis. The ball rolls out of bounds. Seconds dwindling away from the home side. Have to fight against Real Central and the clock, especially with this possession game the team in white is playing. Busquets. Brown. To right. Miele, the tactician, really coaching his team all on the field what to do. He's been successful thus far. Valeri to do rival. Does he settle it clean? No. To rival. Making sure nothing comes from that throw. Possession will remain for the home side. Oof. This was a high boot there. Real Central. People still feel like they can get goals now. Pleading for Miele to feed them. But he's playing the long game. He understands it's all about the clock and how much he can waste of it with moving the ball around. Rooney almost lost it there. Rival. Zidor. Got one, looking to make it 2. Is he dragged down? Yes, is it outside the box? It looks like it. Even more drama in this one. As the end of the game draws near the 95th minute. And of what we're hearing should be 96 in total. We'll see if any extra is tacked on. Miele had one from about this distance. It's a little more central to the goal. This one off-angled. So let's see if he looks for the head of Filippo Diana, number 7. He's hiding, trying to, behind Bednar. Miele, another shot on. And right into the palms of Corrales. And that will be that. Your final score will be Medford Strikers 1, Real Central New Jersey 4. That will usher the away side further in that playoff contention. A spot steadily secured. Well, folks, that'll be it from me, Phil Bota, and my cameraman, producer, Isaac Jersey. But we will have an interview, so make sure you stick around for that. We'll see you in just a bit.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobras, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Centre midfielder. The shot is an immaculate save by Nikčević. Unbelievable athleticism. On his left foot, gets it back to his right, lays it off. Here's the hit, blocked in front. Second time passing, Goranski makes 2 saves on the bounce. I think one came off his head. A third save from Goranski. The fourth is offside. The fourth is offside. Goranski, my goodness. What a run of play from the VE goalkeeper. That was incredible.
Whips it in towards Teodorescu. Looks like he might come off a hand. Comes to Teodorescu again. Sublime save by Dimopoulos. That was creeping its way into the near post and Dimopoulos with an acrobatic save.
Before once again lifting it up for Turnbull. It lands for Chetty. Almost found the back of the net. Right above the crossbar it went.
Wide open player, possible shot incoming, does get a shot, and a great save from Louis from West Town again. Corner kick has been awarded, but a brilliant shot and a great save again from the West Town goalkeeper.
Tapos finding Pradera to West, who puts it on target, but a massive save onto the bar. A heroic save. Cross Lorenz cross. Ooh! What a save!
Boda here, and I'm with Captain Sean from Real Central, New Jersey. We've got a couple of questions for him. Sean, with this victory, you've netted 3 points, and with the playoffs nearing, you're securing that 4th place position. What does it mean?
It means everything. I mean, every game counts, so we know we have to grab points everywhere, especially after grabbing a point from Westchester last weekend. This was just kind of just moving with our momentum, and like I said, we know we got to grab points every single game that we play, because it's a close title race for that 4th and 3rd spot, maybe even potentially, depending on how many points we can grab. So every win's important from here on out.
100%, and especially with that match against Philadelphia SC looming next week on the 24th at 7 p.m., every point is indeed crucial. Well, Sean, you were instrumental in this game, both on offense and defense, scoring 2 goals. We're going to walk through that free kick. What'd you see?
I set the ball down. I know I'm one of the guys that should be stepping up for moments like that in the game, especially with the penalty in the beginning. Luckily, it was a free kick at the second point. Kind of saw how the wall lined up, and I kind of like to take my my right foot on that far bar and hit that back post. I know the goalie's going to have trouble seeing it because the ball's going to be traveling right across the face of their wall. I had to make sure I hit that sweet spot, and luckily I did, and it found the top corner, and it felt good definitely with striking it there.
Absolute magic on that strike. I'm sure we'll see that in the highlight reels for our goals of the month for April. We have one more question for you, friend. Being the captain, I mean, there's so much responsibility to it, especially at the end of the game. You were willing your team to pass it back and not always go forward. Discipline and patience was the key, but what does it mean to wear that armband?
It's it starts with respect. I mean, if I didn't have the band, I'd still be doing the things I do verbally and with the way I play and leading by example. This just kind of is the cherry on top, and I'm going to do my part to make sure everybody on our team kind of understands what our motto is, right? We want to stay disciplined. We want to stay respectful in the way we play. It's not about bickering back and forth. It's about playing a good brand, being creative individually, and, even when we're winning and we're up by some goals to still go for some more. Or maybe if it's that time in the game where we want to stop and relax, then we relax, right? So to wear the band, it just means I'm the first one to kind of say it, but at the end of the day, we all lead each other and we all listen to each other really well, and we go off of each other, so it's nice.
Okay. Well, lots of words to live by. Sean, one final thing for you. Who would you like to shout out while we have you on stream?
I mean, after my goals, I was shouting out my boy Gunnar Hoffman. He was my roommate in college. He came into the game today. He's a busy man working the 9 to 5, so just want to shout out Gunnar Hoffman.
All right, Gunnar, that one was for you. And Game Framers, that game was for you. We'll see you on the 24th for Philadelphia versus Real Central. From now, it's Phil Boda and Isaac Jersey. We'll see you next time.